I'm gonna send a look to people.
Tweets. And we are live. Show is about to begin. So come join the stream. Twitch.tv. I'm gonna keep saying it, Omni. Since I've gotten into like the whole enthusiast community, enthusiast keyboard community, every time I hear like MX Blues, it's like nails on the scratch. It's nails on the blackboard for me.
Oh, but mechanical keyboards enthusiasts are always like, no, I only like the specific Gateron.
This is my keyword.
Oh, of course
it's a heavily modified Keychron K2. I painted the rails. They were like a darkish green kind of type of thing, and let me see if I can get one off. I have a keycap puller right here. I am using Gateron yellows.
Right.
And I have looped them. And I also got like my own keycap set.
It's like, no, I only like Gateron.
No, I'm fairly new.
I'm a mechanical keyboard enthusiast. That's what mechanical keyboard enthusiast sounds like.
The thing is, like, most people only know. Oh wait, what's that keyboard? Can you show me?
Ducky 1-2 Horizon.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, that'll get a pass. Ducky makes good boards.
Yeah.
I thought it was it sounded like a Razer board. I was like, please.
No, God no. Never buy Razer.
Hecky. I mean, I have a Razer mouse. I like that, but
Meonics are the only mice I like, pretty much.
Oh, the man C4 is here.
What's good? Is my audio okay?
Yeah. Yeah. You sound loud and clear. You sound better than ever before. Not gonna lie.
Okay, cool. That means I might have done everything properly.
Yeah. You sound like better than I've ever heard you. Like, honestly.
That is a plus. It should be alright because I don't need to move about. But the gain might be too high. If it is, let me know and I'll turn it down.
No, it's actually great.
Fine.
It's perfect.
Cool. And you want me to?
I'm already live. You don't need to stream. Just turn on your video.
On Discord.
But if you stream,
yeah, of course. No, I'll do it the other way.
Oh no, because now my scene is messed up. That's fine. I stopped using OBS Ninja because I had to screen share, and screen sharing was like messing with all of my things.
Yeah.
Turns out it's a known issue with AMD processors at the moment. You're still streaming, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know why it's sending as a stream. I'm trying to.
You don't have like a camera?
I've got maybe that's why I'm using my phone.
Oh.
And there's like a program you can get that makes it work as a webcam, but maybe OBS can't recognize it like that.
You could join with your phone and then use the camera off your phone and mute that webcam. But I'm not sure if that works because you're.
That would work, I think. Actually.
But I'm not sure if that. I think it's probably gonna move around the. If it's too much hassle, it's still fine because it's still got your picture from last time.
So you want to use my picture because the phone I'm using as the webcam is an old phone, so Discord's not on it.
Oh, I mean, I can just leave it as this. Like, people know what you look like anyway, so.
Okay. Hopefully the mic can make up for it.
Yo, the mic is actually great. Like, you actually sound better than you ever have before, and I really like it. You sound nice and you literally sound nice and warm.
I was going for that radio style sound effect.
It sound like it actually does sound like a radio, like a radio host.
Is that new? Did you get a new mic?
I got a new mic and I had to get a mixer. I had to get a.
Let me get. I think I know what mic you have. If I could.
Go for it.
Is it RE20?
Nah, not that much.
Damn.
Not that much.
Damn.
It's a Ropod.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's like I think the one you said was like 350.
Yeah.
Wait, what's it? Ropod one? Which one?
Rode
Oh.
Pod mic or Rode podcast mic. It might be Rode podcast mic. It's about 100.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's it looks like an EV20.
Or is it an NT1A clone?
I've seen a review and they said that what was it? Yeah, they said it's basically that. It's an XLR one, so it's basically the same, and you can tweak the equalizers to make it sound like that. So out of the box, it sounds like pretty standard, but I just watched some stuff on YouTube and worked out how to, work out the gains. Mate, I feel like a proper sound engineer now.
What interface did you get? Because I've been thinking about getting that as well.
I got a Go LXR Mini.
Oh, yo, that one is sick. You can do like bleep yourself, right?
Yeah, I got the. I don't know if it works on Discord.
It does.
Hey,
Yeah,
wait. I have something like that too. Oh my god, hey,
Oh,
that's sick,
brilliant.
that's sick.
that is actually hilarious. Feel free to use that at the show. That's actually amazing. That's actually, I love it.
It's got like a sound. You can have a sound mixer with the software, and if you've got a Stream Deck, your Stream Deck turns into a soundboard.
That's pretty sick.
Oh, that's sick.
I've been thinking of like I for a while I thought about getting one of those esports headsets like from Audio Technica with like the super good mic, because they're actually not that expensive. I found one like from Audio Technica that like a lot of companies use. It's only like $200 or €300, and I thought about getting it with a Focusrite Scarlett Solo with like just one mic input and a headphone out.
Oh. Okay,
So-
yeah.
Because a Scarlett Solo is only like €100, so it's like a pretty decent setup.
I have a Scarlett Solo. It's not great, but it's fine.
I mean, I don't
it's
need it.
fine.
I mean, I just want because I'm still using a Blue Yeti. It's not bad. Blue Yeti's not bad. I sound okay.
It's not a terrible mic, but
I had like it sounded terrible for a while because I had the gain all messed up. And
yeah.
apparently that's pretty easy to mess up with a Blue Yeti, but I tweaked it and now I think I sound fine. But it has a pretty high like noise floor, because when I listen back to recordings, I hear like this faint beep in the back. So, but yeah, money is kind of tight at the moment. So
I've got audio techniques as well, because when I used to do offline streaming, I had to get 2 for commentators. From my perspective, I think the mic on the headset is actually better than Blue Yeti. Even when you tweak the Blue Yeti, I think you can tweak the headset mic to sound better than the Blue Yeti. But it's also better because it's right near your mouth, so it doesn't pick up all the stuff.
It's very isolated because it has like a socket on it as well. Like,
Exactly.
But what's the headset mic you're on about?
I think it's
which one is
audio.
it?
Oh, fuck, what's it called? I don't. Let me. Technica headset.
They're like tournament standard.
Well, it's like there are like 2 big ones. So you got one from Sennheiser, which is like $500 or something, and you got the Audio Technica, which is only like $200.
BPH S1.
That sounds familiar.
It looks very professional.
Yeah, I think it's that one. It's the one that has like a big fucking pooper quarter-inch jack and an XLR.
Thing. Yeah. So you need I can't remember. 3.5 is the normal audio jack.
Yeah, it's a 4. It's a 4.5.
Yeah,
it's
got
a
an
quarter-inch. The other one is like
XLR.
the big audio jack, the quarter-inch, I think.
Yeah.
You know what that
can use it just for headsets. Like, you only need the XLR port is only for when you speak into the mic.
Yeah.
So if you was just using it for a headset to hear stuff and then you had a good mic, you could use it like that. But if you was going to use it for audio and the mic, you need to have like a mixer with an XLR port on it.
Yeah, cause that's why I was looking like when I was in my internship, I didn't have much to do a bunch of the time, so I looked into like audio stuff and I looked at that combo and I was like asking people like, yo, does this work together with that? And then someone was like, yo, this website sells them as a combo, so it probably does. Why is everything shifted now? Can I move? Oh my god, can I like move myself up? Because now I am at Omni.
Wait, I'll close it.
No,
I'll
no,
try
no,
to
it's...
see if I could get it to work, but it's not working anyway.
Oh, now... I mean, if you can get the phone to work, it should be fine, actually.
Wow,
There's your face.
Whoa, a bit zoomed in.
That is...
Slightly.
Bear with us, people. Bear with us. We're kind of scuffing things right now. Meanwhile, you get to...
Podcast hasn't officially started yet.
Omni is not visible, but that's alright. Nice.
Kind of stretched out. Hold on.
Wait, no. Fuck. Bear with me, please. Window capture. Discord. There you go. Yep.
Cool. I'm a little bit stretched out. The resolution on this app is pretty bad.
It's fine.
It's a bit stretched.
Yeah.
It's fine. You got a camera which is like at least better than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Upgrades.
Yeah. And but
like
really, your mic, like I can't stop saying, but it sounds phenomenal.
Nice.
It's
Yeah, this
like
is the one.
phenomenal. Very nice.
Yeah, but that BPS.
It's cute. It's cute. It's small and cute. I like it.
Yeah, but that Audio Technica like broadcasting mic, I actually think wouldn't be a terrible idea to get that.
I don't know. I mean, if I just get a decent mic. I mean, if I would have like a setup for on the go, like as you did C4 with like tournament hosting, maybe I would do that. But like my local TO has like that. I think he has 2 of those as well with his mixer. So I don't really need it. I would just think like because it makes commentary a bit better. I think those mics are really good for like commentary stuff.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But the problem with all the XLR stuff is that you need to get a mixer.
Yeah.
That's why most people get like a Blue Yeti because it's just plug in and it's the best quality for just a normal plug-in USB. Yeah, for like a USB, the Blue Yeti is like the best one. But
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, let me turn on. This is gonna be sounding kind of weird. But I'm gonna turn off dark mode on YouTube so it kind of lights up my face because I still haven't got the time to get the money to get a proper like a ring light for me. Anyway, I think everyone is here, so I think we are good to start the show unless someone wants to say something off the record, but not really because we're already live.
Yeah.
Oh.
He wants to go. He literally wants to go off the
C4, why are you messing with my scenes? Wait, did he just leave?
He joined back. He's here now.
Yeah, but his camera isn't on. If he turns his camera on, then it should be fine.
What happened? This is wild.
Oh my god.
Scuffed.
This is hella scuffed.
This is right. This reminds me of Fuzzy Fridays.
Scuffed Fridays, more like.
Oh mate, they were the greatest.
Dude,
I can hear you again.
Alright.
Your camera's gone, and now you've messed with my scene again.
Oh my! Wait. Wait. Oh.
I mean, it's fine. I can move things around.
Why did it disconnect? I think Discord just like crashed for me, but
Maybe.
Yeah, like you were gone for like a split second.
I'll bring it back.
Oh my god, dude. Fucking Jesus. Alright, Omni, you're now me.
Did it swap the positions again?
Sha!
Yeah, because you turned off your webcam, because apparently it goes like alphabetical when people turn their webcams on. So, yeah.
Oh, wait. I haven't got my webcam back on. Wait.
No, you don't. If you, those names are haram, yes, shut up.
If I'm you, then godverdomme.
Oh my god, no. You can't bleep yourself like C4 can.
Shut up.
Mini go.
Frikandel. I don't know.
Oh my god. C4 is a bit soft. Oh, yo, we fixed. All right, let me turn C4 up a little bit.
Testing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a little low. I'm gonna boost you up 50%. Should be good. Cool. All right, yo, I put out a tweet. Everyone, please retweet, because this is gonna be a doozy of a show. We got so much shit to talk about, which is gonna be irrelevant in like 2 months. Nobody will play this game after that.
I'm excited.
Then in 2 or 3 months, this show will be strike focused. Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna need a new logo.
The Trash Strivers. No, I like the name. I like that. It could still fit. I like, honestly, I didn't call it like the Dragon Ball Fighters podcast for a reason, because I wanted to have the opportunity to like to branch out into different fighting games as well. Because I want to keep doing this when like Fighters is like over. So yeah, everybody ready? Because then
Yeah.
all right. Cool. Well, I guess with that very unceremonious opening, welcome to Trash TalkerZ episode 7. No, actually episode 7. I can't count for shit. Yeah, I think everybody already knows what we're gonna talk about this week. But before we do that, of course, we gotta introduce our lovely panel this week. Of course, returning, we got the great Omni. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man.
Wow, that was the most unenthusiastic. Yeah, I'm good I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, the show last night was insane. The show last night was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I agree. And of course, returning as well, the great C4. How have you been?
Honestly, I was alright until about an hour ago, and I looked on Twitter. But I guess we're going to talk about it. But yeah, I've been alright until the last couple of hours.
Did someone choose violence?
They didn't choose it, but they provoked it.
All right, that's always a little bit more interesting than choosing violence. And of course, we got our competitive guests to give a more competitive insight to the topics we're going to talk about. The one and only one of UK's finest, Plug. How have you been, my man?
Yo. I don't know about finest, but yo, hey, how's it going?
You were in London National, so you're up at the top in my book.
Perhaps.
All right, so I guess we're just gonna talk about like the elephant in the room. Gogeta. Man, that was a big voice chat in the Discord I frequent. I sadly couldn't join because I had quality time with the lady, but I was in the Discord chat and things were popping off. I looked at the stream and I was like, this character, this is the next UI Goku.
Should we get the elephant in the room of the elephant in the room? The 20k damage level 3. That is the worst decision I've ever seen in a fighting game ever.
I mean, Guilty Gear's insta-kills.
Yeah, but they're not comboable though.
Not that easily. They are, but there's like a threshold basically. In Rev, you have to be below 10%, which means the insta-kill purpose doesn't really count anymore because they're already going to die. In this game, I want to try Gogeta. I want to put him anchor.
Same.
A assist. Get 5 levels and be like, well, I'm basically TN, but guaranteed. It's a guaranteed death, right? If you can get 5 levels with him as an assist. So if he comes in anchor and you've got 2 characters to kill, you can insta-kill the first one. Because they were saying that there's definitely combos where you can get 2 taunts in.
Yeah.
So you need to get to level 7 to get the 2, yeah.
You can vanish cancel it, so you get at least 1 guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure I'll just watch Ali Yoon's Twitter to show me how to get 2, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. When I'm playing Gogeta, I don't have to do TN math and go, oh, will this kill? Is there a point in doing level 3? It'll be like, well, if I hit you and I've got 4 bars and I can get 2 taunts, this character's gone. Means I don't have to use my spark for damage.
Yeah.
I just eradicate your character. Or if you haven't got the bar, you spark on the first one to get enough bar to insta-kill the next one. I don't know, man. This character seems wild. And then there's all the other stuff, the Dragon Balls, the double IAD. So he's Golden Frieza.
To me, that's the most ridiculous thing about the character. I think that is always going to be the most broken thing about the character is the double IAD.
I think he is what it feels to me like watching the stream. One ridiculous thing after another was being shown. I feel like this is a love letter or like a send-off. Like, here is one crazy ass character using the middle of the character select screen. Go nuts, have fun, we're done.
Yeah.
That's like how watching that showcase. That's how it felt like, and I know it's kind of bittersweet, but I do think he is going to be one of the most insane characters in the game. I do question about the what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know how big of an impact the level 7 is going to be. I think, like, of course, like 20k damage is insane, like, period. It's insane. But you need to get 7 levels, and once you super either level 1 or level 3, all of your levels get expended. So I agree with you, C4. Making that having that situation like be real, you probably need him on anchor and spam your A assist. But then again, his A assist is not that good. Most people are probably going to use his B assist. But we don't play competitive at all, so I kind of want to get Plug's take on it. Do you think do you think that level 7 is going to be a big deal or not?
I think it is if you are using his A assist. Because, like base Goku, for example. Oh, actually, no. I think his A assist can be like a double-edged sword, because if you have Baby and you have a team, he can just get free meter as well. I think that's gonna happen. I think people are gonna yoink Gogeta for that, and then if you put him anchor, get like level 5 and then get 2 taunts in a combo, that's pretty good.
What do you think about C assist? Because I actually would want to try C assist. I think Dragon Balls are more important than the insta kill to a degree.
I have rebuttal, but I'll wait to use it.
Yeah, I'm more interested in his B assist because it's a fast assist with 33 frames of block stun, and I like assists like that, so I'm probably gonna mess around with that more.
It's like Bardock B. It's like a Bardock B, but just.
It's like Bardock A and Bardock B made a bastard child.
Maybe we'll see.
What I wanted to say, C4, the ability to get your own Dragon Balls is fucking insane as it is. But the reason I think it's not as powerful as people are saying it is that once you get 7 Dragon Balls, your opponent can use them as well. So I think it's huge risk, huge reward. But I do think it's. I think his level 7 is worse than the Dragon Ball collecting, is what I'm trying to say.
You can't do a combo, get a Dragon Ball, and make the wish, right? You have to get the Dragon Ball, get the 7th Dragon Ball, then get another combo to make the wish, right?
Yeah, and if you want to do it, if you want to do it consistently, you need 7 bars so you can't vanish and just do LLL. So
because I'm thinking, because it works as an assist on whiff. Mm-hmm. So say you do say you got like Tohan, you do the auto combo, you call Gogeta C, it whiffs, but you get a Dragon Ball, then you do the rest of the auto combo, will you get the wish from 6? That would be a way of guaranteeing.
Oh, that's a good question.
Opponent can't steal it from you. Yeah, it's a super really specific situation that won't come up often. But obviously, what you said is right. When you get the 7 Dragon Balls, your opponent can get the wish as well. Mm-hmm. So you don't want that. You would want to stop at 6 to make sure you comboed, got the Dragon Ball, then made the wish. But I don't know if it works like that.
Yeah, actually, I have no clue. I've never seen that happen before.
I mean, we're going to be able to play the character as soon as Wednesday. And it's probably going to be for PC. We're probably going to get the shaft again, as we did the last time as well. Yeah. So it's probably going to be Wednesday very late in the evening. But I think this... I'm not going to say this is what Dragon Ball needs, because everybody knows this game is on his last leg. Wait, Heaps says, in the combo video, he used Spark to combo into Shenron. That's a lot of resources you gotta use to get Shenron, to be honest. If you need to spend Spark to use Shenron, I think that's expensive.
I mean, then you can get a Spark back.
I forgot that. But then you're break even, depending on which Spark you use.
Then you could double Spark. Then you could double Spark and make it very easy TOD.
I mean, well, say you're in a situation where you need like an assist back, and they're on say it's like a 2-2 kind of situation, and you use your Spark to get an assist back, and they have a bleeding team. I think getting your assist back probably confirms a win or a winning situation.
That makes
something
sense.
Like that. I don't know.
Me personally, I would definitely spend Spark to get Krillin back. But
something like Rock Assist. If you
I mean, it's per the lore as well.
Is
you need to use them to get Krillin back, because Krillin always dies and comes back to life.
I want to quickly discuss Gogeta's 5M.
Yes, I saw Panzerpan in the chat as well. He said Panzerpan is saying that 5M is his 5M is more impactful than the level 3 guaranteed kill.
Yes, I mean no, but
what? Okay.
No, I will say that the 5M is 9 frame startup, -3 on block or something like that.
I think it's -5.
I don't know.
It was one frame faster recovery than Android 21's.
Yeah, then 5 frames then, yeah.
That's still insane for a move that quick.
What's the fastest 5L in the game? Like,
it's Krillin.
Krillin.
Really?
8 frames?
5M8.
Yeah, it's 8 frames.
So it's not punishable by even the fastest 5L in the game.
I think Krillin's 5M is -5 as well. I think.
Yeah.
It is, right?
Let me look that up. I'm gonna go and bust it.
Don't worry about it. It's Gogeta. He's way better. So like, Gogeta can kill you from the 5M. Krillin, he gets a lot of damage, but he's not killing you. Like, I still, and another really good 5M is 21s, because 21s is 8. Is it 8 or 9 frames?
I
think it's people have been telling me it's just as fast.
It's just I think so fast. And she doesn't go into buttons because she stands still and it's a tail basically. It's a tail normal. So it, like that versus Krillin's 21 actually wins. 21's 5M beats Krillin even when he's plus. Like just because of it's a tail and you can't hit the tail. But I think there's other things you can do. Like his 5L looks pretty interesting. I know it looked kind of they said it looked stubby, but Tyron was saying like, no, it's actually like very misleading. Yeah. So I think the combination of all these buttons, that kick thing that goes into records as well.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Is it free M? Free?
I think. I'm not quite sure.
I can't remember. But anyway, there's the kick that he does before he goes into the overhead or low. That kick looks really strong, and he's 5H. Like between all those normals and his 5M. I think he's going to be like a really sick poke character. Really sick.
Well, that's interesting because I've seen everyone I've seen on Twitter saying he's going to be pure rushdown.
I would agree. He doesn't have. I from what I've seen, he doesn't have a beam.
Beam, no key blast.
Mm-hmm.
He has the command. He has the command grab. He has the double IAD, which is going to be insane for rushdown. The mix you can get from that is going to be ridiculous. I don't really see how it could be poke based. That's the thing.
I mean, no one plays poke based anyway, so you are right. No one goes.
DBFC is oops all rushdown.
Yeah, no. If this was a poke game, then Cooler and Freeze would be sick, but it's not like that.
Right.
At round start, I think he'll be a threat because of all of these options.
Yeah.
Once you like get away from him. The counter seems really strong. I don't know if you can vanish in between it. Obviously, they're not going to do that showcase. We're going to have to team mode that. But like how you get around Jiren's counter or hits counter, there's ways to get around it. I don't know if it's like a guaranteed. If he counters your attack, do you get punished? And I think just doing like that full screen, doing taunt into counter so they don't beam you, it's kind of like he's not zonable. So he can't zone, but you can't zone him because he'll just get level 7. Like you have to go in on him. You have to do something. You can't just freeze a 5S into death because he'll just get stocks and just counter and So I think he's like he doesn't need to zone, but he can't be zoned. Sort of thing. If that
he kind of forces you to play the game a certain way. And I think when I say when characters are broken, I don't mean that they are I mean, he's not broken. He kind of breaks the game because he forces you to play some kind of way. And of course, that's a character archetype in some fighting games. A character forcing you to play a certain way, like a giant example is a grappler. A grappler like Broly. A grappler forces you to play the game a certain way, and most of the time you don't want to play it that way. So he kind of like not breaks the game, but he breaks the way that people want to play a game. If I play against Broly, I have to approach it different when I play, of course, Bardock. But I think Gogeta does that to a even bigger degree. So I would agree with C4 on that take. Speak your mind.
No, I was gonna just say, like, in terms of like playing against character in a specific way, isn't that kind of just all about adaptation though? Don't you need to like kind of have that mindset for every single character?
That is true.
I think some have some more than others. So like Broly, Z Broly is like, well, I don't really want to get in because he's got so much armor, but if I don't get in, I have to deal with 5S.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Like, okay, I have to get in with an assist behind me or something like that. But to a degree, like even when it comes to characters or players, you have to adapt. I do agree, but I think I'm trying to think of another example. I guess.
I think like Akuma in. I was gonna say Akuma and Tekken.
Yeah, Akuma and Tekken. Even you know what, Kid Buu. Kid
Yeah.
Buu in a very specific way. You can't run into just Kid Buu because he's got so many stick normals: 5M, 2M, ball. His S game's really good because the second one sends him airborne. TK beam. But yeah, like I think we're all kind of right. Like he's not a traditional character.
Yeah.
His archetype is. My archetype is rushdown, but I force you to have to rush me down too. So he's not like a glass cannon rushdown character, which I think is really cool.
You can't really have glass cannons at DBFC because everyone has the same hand.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's even
Which
the big
kills
aren't
me.
big bodies.
I
Big bodies. 16 was never a big body. He just was a grappler in Dragon Ball.
he literally had like a big body. That was it.
I'd be interested to see like in the next DBFC game varying health pools. I think that'd be quite interesting.
I think that would be better. I think it's a way better way to balance characters. Yeah, because I think the way they tried to balance it before was with sizes, and then they took away fuzzies, and now Broly.
Yeah,
sizes don't matter anymore unless you want to do like IAD cross ups.
Some loops are harder or not impossible with smaller characters.
I mean.
If they give Vidal the lowest health pool, I'm gonna cry.
It would make sense. Yo, okay, really.
Season 2, if he had low health, I don't think everyone would complain as much.
Real quick, trivia that's not DBFC related, but back in the day when Street Fighter 2 came out, Chun-Li had less health, and the only reason Chun-Li had less health was because the director of the game thought women were overall weaker than men.
Oh, epic! That's really epic, dude. That's so cool. Nice. Good to hear that.
Anyway, back to yeah. So that's your fighting game. That's your fighting game trivia for this week. Tune in 2 weeks later for more fighting game trivia. But yeah, I think, dude, when I look at the last 2 characters that are being released, we got Gogeta and Super Baby, like, and let's take it one more as well, Roshi. The 3 most unique characters that we've seen in the entirety of the lifespan of Dragon Ball FighterZ. With this knowledge, would you, and if you had the ability to go back in time, or like change DBFC however you would have wanted, when character specific, would you leave it like this, or would you change it that the season passes for every season were only 5 characters? And every character was as interesting as the last 3 we just had.
Yes, yes. I don't think that's an answer. I don't even think there's a real question to that. I mean, frankly, I've been wanting Tao since season 1, so I'm a little bit biased. But I think having super variable characters is really overall good for the game's health. You're gonna have more people like trying out weird stuff with their mains. There's gonna be more unique combos being released. It's not just standard 2M, 5M, JM, LL into 2H, etc., etc. You can have weirder combo paths. You can have overall better health for the game. I think releasing standard characters, well, I think is good for the start. Like we had Bardock in the start. We had I'm trying to think who else.
Vegito and Zamasu, I think, were the second pack.
Yeah. So
Zamasu.
even Zamasu is really weird character. Really weird character.
People are like, "Whoa, do I have to learn things now in DBFC? What's this?"
I don't know. It's weird. If we had more weird characters in the first season pass of DLC, I think that we'd be in a different place. Because I think people would be more willing to adjust to unique character archetypes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think Omni's like touched upon the most important thing, because what Dragon Ball Z did was it stayed user friendly for like season 1 and season 2, bar Zamasu, and then no one just played Zamasu basically.
One guy played him and he got Evo.
Yeah, I tried playing Zamasu for ages, and it was just like, yeah, this character's cool, but then when you play good players, he just can't do anything. He can't catch him, and he got fuzzied. So it was like, okay, cool. I'll just throw this character in the bin. I tried to be unique. I tried to do something different, and I think the problem, I don't know if it's the problem with the game or the community. I think the type of players that Dragon Ball Z brought in, I would say about half of them are quite casual, so they want to have a pick up and play game. So when you start adding people like Zamasu or Roshi one thing that makes them good, as soon as you take that away from them, they're trash. And that happened to Roshi. When they took away Roshi B, like Boshi assist, everyone's like, this character doesn't work anymore. That's what they said.
I still think that assist is great though.
So do I. I think Boshi's really good. I think people just can't be bothered to lab it, honestly. Yeah. And then you've got Baby, who's super unique, and then it's like, well, he hasn't got a true Gatling into H, so not a normal Gatling. Sorry, he can, but you have to cut out buttons. And he's so unorthodox. I think what makes him unorthodox actually makes him broken. Yeah. But people are like, oh, it's too much hard work, so they go pick Z Broly. So I agree with Omni. Like, cool characters make the game way more interesting, but it's the players that are trying to win. If they don't want to put enough time into it, they'll just pick the basic characters that get the job done. That's why
and we all know what generates more money.
Here's the thing though. If we look at Guilty Gear, another Arxis game, every character in Guilty Gear play is totally unique.
But no one plays the game. No one plays that.
Yeah.
No one played Rev. No one played it because it was too unique. So everyone says they want that, but then when it comes to playing it, it's like, well, it's just too much. Which I understand.
I think that is a very that's a very good thing to touch on. People always think they know what they want, but once they get it, they don't want it. And that's why I love Harada's take, just wearing the shirt, like, don't ask me for shit. I love that. Because sometimes, hey, guess what? Developers do know what you want or need. It's not like, cause every time something goes wrong, or like the game is not, like, it's like, just like Panzerpan is screaming in chat, give us rollback. Go play Skullgirls? No, give me rollback. Just
there are so many games with rollback. Go play Fightcade, dude. If you want rollback, go play Third Strike on Fightcade.
Infinite games of rollback. The thing is, it's like people have just discovered rollback, and rollback has been there way before.
Yeah. It was called GTPO before, because I was one of the few that wanted to play Skullgirls back when my laptop could only run Street Fighter 4 and Skullgirls and Smite. Those were the only games it could run, and I played those.
That's a good selection of games. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I played Smite for way too long, put way too many months. Yeah, I haven't played it, but that's for a different time. But yeah, I bought like a shitty controller from like one of my local game stores because I wanted to use a pad playing fighting games because I didn't have a stick yet. I didn't have a stick back then, and I saw the GTPO logo on the start. Like, what the fuck is that? And it was back then I couldn't I didn't understand why everyone was making a big deal out of it, because it was used in like the re-release Street Fighter Third Strike on Xbox and PS3.
Yeah.
And as well. Way. Yeah. I think that's actually the first implementation of that netcode.
That's crazy.
The GG, because the Cannon Brothers helped them do it, right?
Yeah, but, it was done by Iron Galaxy.
Because it was on PSN, if you like type it in now and go like the Third Strike Online Edition,
it's gone, I think.
No. If you go for the archives, everyone shits on it. Sorry, everyone on it. Badly is terrible. Just go. I think Maximilian did a video of him playing Third Strike online, and he was like, it's not a arcade perfect port either. It's like they've redone it. And when you play on rollback, that's bad. It is a delay because people are skipping. 1 minute they're in the air, the second they're behind you throwing you. Like, it's actually unplayable. But
I've played Street Fighter 5. I've played Street Fighter 5.
Exactly. Those people will say. So what DBFZ players will say was, "Oh, Street Fighter 5 is rollback not done properly," and I'm like, "No, it's just rollback." But if your connection ain't good enough, it's still trash.
Rollback is not the answer to. It's not a magical.
You know what the answer is? Ethernet cables.
I mean, that should be the first message. Before you start saying about rollback, go get an Ethernet cable. Then we can talk about rollback, because what rollback does is it makes people with bad connections playable. That's what it's good for. So delay base is like, say you've got 70 people with good connection, 70% of people good connection, 30% with bad connection, right? Delay base makes it so only those 30 people can play, those 30%. Rollback allows all 70 of those people to play, but if it's really bad, it's unplayable. But it lets a lot more people play with mediocre connections.
And here's the thing. rollback netcode needs inbuilt delay anyway. So if you're getting 2 frames of delay on DBFZ consistently with your sparring partner, it's gonna feel the same on rollback anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's...
And when you get to like, I don't know, say you get to like, I don't know, Living Legend, everyone there has pretty much good internet anyway.
Mostly.
But it's very rare to encounter someone with more than 3 frames of delay on a higher rank.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? Plug's in here. Plug plays on PC and PS4.
Yeah.
Oh. What do you think about it?
Okay, well, I've played on PS4. Okay, I've played on PS4 like a lot more than I have on PC.
Ouch.
And when
I'm sorry.
I know. Okay, I know people like, you know, hey, play PC. It's a lot better. But the thing that I like about PS4's net play is just the game is it's tournament standard, right? So the game runs better. Like DBFZ on PC is a bad port, so like, it's unreliable when you play.
Yeah, it's not a bad port. It's unreliable. I like that word better.
So, you know, 1 minute you're in there and it's spiking like crazy, and then the other day it's perfectly fine. Whereas if you play with like a select group on PS4, so I used to play with Smiles a lot, Official Smiles, like season 2, and that's when he had like a good connection and good playable connection, and we used to play all the time, and it was like 1 or 2 frames, and it was pretty fine. Like I wouldn't say it was like unplayable, like how people would say 6M is unblockable, because he would block 6Ms back then, and and people would take DRs as well on PS4. It's just that when you get, like, obviously when you play randoms, you just go on, you know, even ranked, you just and someone's on Wi-Fi and it jumps to 3 frames. Yeah, you're not gonna actually the best example is like Heapski. If I were to play PS4 with him right now, it would be better than playing against people in ranked on PC. So
I've noticed
rollback. If DBFC gets rollback, it will just allow me to play with more people rather than you know, fixing the connections I have currently with. Because it's gonna stay the same.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. Something I wanted to bring up is a lot of professional DBFZ players. Well, a lot of professional DBFZ players. Most notably, the Killsage and Supernoon being like, I'm done with DBFZ.
I was just about to point it out because I was scrolling Twitter because I wanted to check my notifications, and I kept scrolling, and I think that is the incitement of violence that C4 was talking about a couple minutes ago as well. Because I saw Yassine was engaging with Raw Kid. He was engaging with Sage's tweets. Because I saw I didn't see the violence. Not yet. But I did, like, I scrolled through my timeline. The first tweet I see is Sage saying, "You don't need my opinion to make your own judgments, nor do you need to be bothered by anyone who agrees with me. You'll have more fun that way." And I'm like, oh, something went down. People are not happy.
There was a tweet before where Sage said something about, "I'm done with Dragon Ball. I'm going to focus on Strife and building the SGP."
I think I found it. As a competitor, DBFC has been dead to me for over a year now. A season 4 would not change that. I will put my efforts towards Strife and growing the competitive Skullgirls scene.
Right, which is fine. No one's disagreeing with that. But the problem is, Rawkid has been telling people this, and whenever he tweets it, people are saying he's being toxic. So Rawkid will say to Killsage, "Why are you playing this game?" So when the Killsage moans about something, like UI or whatever, Rawkid will say, like, "Why are you moaning? Just don't play the game. You don't like it. Stop pretending to play the game." Everyone says he's being toxic.
Well, but now, that's a valid reply, I think.
It is, but it's just because of how Rawkid says that. And I'm the same. I say me, him, and Enigma are the 3 most toxic people. But we all do it in a different way, and what we actually are trying to do is get rid of other toxic people. Because you remember in the last podcast, me and Rawkid were talking about Strife, and then at the end we said, if you like Dragon Ball, don't stop playing that game. I want people to play Dragon Ball. So does Rawkid. But because of how we come across, it's like we're trying to gatekeep people to play.
It reminds me a lot of what's his name? The Fang player in MQS. It reminds me a lot of MQS from Street Fighter 5.
Oh, the Fang player. Yeah. I haven't seen it for ages. Yeah,
oh, great.
Rocket said as well, because Rocket said that Supernoon said comments like this really get me heated, because Yassine said that's crazy that you'll be able to focus on other stuff without hating on DBFC. That's what Rocket said. Then Supernoon was like, comments like this really get me heated. Why can't you just let people exist? There always has to be something hating on literally everything. Lamau whack. Then Rocket.
But it's Sage hating on DBFC. I don't get it.
Yeah, and then Rocket fires back with, that was the exact point, lol. I've seen nothing but hate from DBFC from Sage for the past year. You just proved my point. Superman's like, what? He memes on the game state and that gets you riled up? I mean, that's a good point. And then Rocket says... Yeah, and then Rocket says not to stay at the game. Multiple times on stream he's complained that he doesn't enjoy the game, though still continues to play it because it generates views and subs. My problem is that he plays a game he doesn't enjoy, not to stay at the game from his point of view.
Man's gonna eat, you know. Man's gonna eat.
100%. I think... I'm pretty sure Rocket gets that. Because a lot of people said that with Street Fighter 5. When Street Fighter 5 came out, everyone was like, we know this game is trash, but we're doing it because we can get money, right? I think now a lot of people do like Street Fighter 5. I think it's pretty good.
It's improved. It has vastly improved since release.
Oh, that game was awful on release.
I would say Street Fighter 5 now is like an entirely different game than Street Fighter 5 then.
I mean, it's not Street Fighter, but it's
It looks like a new game to me. I haven't touched it. Like, to me,
yeah.
it looks like a new game to me. Like, I haven't touched the game at all.
I think what happens is when you watch players... So, Rocket, he cares about the IP more than anything. He just loves Dragon Ball, and I'm the same. If this game could have... The game does have delay base.
Bro, I have Dragon Ball wallet. So...
Yeah, I love Dragon Ball. I just don't play online that much. That's why it doesn't bother me. I don't complain about rollback because it's like, well, if he hasn't got rollback and it's delayed, and I don't like delayed, I won't play on delayed. And that's where Rocket's coming from. He's like, okay, if you're going to moan about the game and play it, you have to hold that. Stop moaning about it. Just play as much as you need to get your subs or whatever, then move on. But and it's kind of a kick in the teeth to all the players that are really good and didn't get into nationals, because Sage got to nationals and he doesn't even like the game. I think no one's really said that. I can't be bothered because this is Raw Kids Battle. I fight in a different area.
But I do agree with that. Honestly, I do agree with that. Here in the Netherlands, we have a guy, Reza. He is the best player in our country by a country fucking mile. He is probably...
who's the competition? Who's the competition?
Yeah, there is none. There is none. Reza is the fucking best Dutch player.
He could be top 10 in Europe.
Yeah, the only pro player I've seen him struggling with is Noka. But that's because just Noka is such a random ass fucking player that nobody knows what Noka's gonna do except for like the top French players.
Except for Yasha.
Except for Yasha. But I got mad at Reza a while back because he says he sucks at the game. When I play against that guy, I get perfected. And when after that I said you're godlike, and he says no, I suck. Not only, in my opinion, that not only says something about him, but it says something about me as well. Like, if you think you suck, what am I? Am I even worse? I know from like I didn't got mad. I was just like kind of miffed. I know I know he doesn't mean it like that. I know Reza's a cool guy. I love you, Reza, but it's from his perspective. But
sorry, I just said in the chat that bro, you've been sleeping on the SMH.
Shut up, Pam. But what I'm trying to say is that from Reza, I don't think people would mind that as much because Reza is he's not like a figurehead of the DBFC scene. But when Sage says like, yeah, I don't care about this game, I don't want to play this game, and then gets into nationals, it's like, why? Then I understand why people are getting mad, because you think like, if you don't care about this game, then and you don't want to play it, why are you joining nationals? Yeah. If you don't want to play that, give that spot to someone who actually cares. And I think that is why people are getting riled up, because it's actually what he does is, I won't say it's damaging to the scene, but it doesn't give the scene a good look.
I agree.
Or at least
I would say damaging, but only because I could see someone going into a stream, watching him play, going, "Oh, this is the Kill Sage guy. He got into nationals." Like, Sonic Fox didn't get into it, but he did. He must be really good. And if you're making the game sound bad, those casual players won't play it. That's what it's very like, it's a really small percentage, but it could be like a Skullgirls player going to his stream because they know he plays Skullgirls, watching him play Dragon Ball, and if he's saying, "Oh, this game's whack, I'm just playing it because it gives me money," those players aren't going to play the game.
No.
So, I mean, but it is his stream. He can say whether.
You can say like he can do whatever he wants. I'm not here to hate on the kill stage. He's one of the best fucking players in DBFC ever. He's like one of the greatest fighting game players as well. Along him and Sonic Fox, like one of the greatest. Super Nuno, of course, as well. Like every one of those top players can do well. Together. Yeah, they fucking live together. Yeah. So I understand why they have the same sentiment. I wouldn't be surprised if Fox feels like that as well.
Fox didn't enter nationals.
Exactly, but Fox, if Fox is done with the game, okay, knowing Sonic Fox, he has done some provocative things. Let me just say it like that. He's been pretty provocative, but he didn't. I'm gonna say shit show, but he didn't go on Twitter like saying I hate this game. Like he was done with the game, so he stopped talking about it. Of course, when a new character comes out, he's gonna be on Twitter and just try to character out because he's Sonic Fox. But he just moves on. He's like, okay, I'm done with Dragon Ball Fighters. I've solidified myself as arguably the best player in the world. I am now done, and I'm going to play Skullgirls, or I am going to play Street Fighter, whatever. I don't know what he plays right now, but I am going to play something else because I know I can do well. I like that better than Sage moaning about the game, and then you tune into a stream, and he plays while moaning about the game. So I will,
We're going to get into Twitter drama over this.
Dude, nobody knows who we are.
That's valid. Unless
maybe they probably know who C4 is because C4 like knows all the like C4. You know, all like the big UK guys.
I know a few, but don't worry about it. Like a lot of people don't want to smoke. Like Plug knows. Like I think because Raw Kid is in a lot of drama as well, and I think all of us have had the problem. I remember when Inni was tweeting to what was his name? The adult Gohan player.
Scarlet?
Scarlet Photon.
No, from America.
Nakiel.
Nakiel. Yeah, he was telling.
Dude, where has he gone? That guy was sick.
Nakiel just disappeared.
Yeah, Nakiel disappeared.
Me and Nakiel had the exact same team for ages.
Dude, Nakiel was so sick. His adult Gohan was so fucking sick.
Maybe just stop liking the game and stop playing it, which I think is the natural position when you don't like a game, is just to stop playing it. And I think that's what all of us are saying, like all the toxic people, but we don't say it in a very nice way, so it looks like we're being the toxic people. But me and Raw Kid are just saying, if you don't like the game, don't play it. Yeah, that's it. Because what you do is, if you play the game, you don't like it, you're gonna stop other people wanting to try it because of how you come across. We're saying go away, go be toxic somewhere else, but we're looking like the toxic one. So, and it's only I think it will get worse when Strife drops, because then I'm going to be real toxic, because then I'm going to tell all the Dragon Ball players, go back to Dragon Ball because you can't play without Super Dash.
Where's my get in for free button?
Exactly. And then I'm going to be toxic, going to be like, well, that is where it is, go back to Dragon Ball, go back to delay based and Super Dash, and then you can hit someone, because you're not going to hit me in rollback neutral. It's not going to happen.
Oh, I can't wait for Strife to sell really well and then 3 people play it. I can't wait for it.
No, it's gonna get players.
I think Strive is gonna be huge. I actually think Strive is gonna be huge.
I disagree.
No, I actually no for real. Okay. With the current situation of events that we're dealing with right now, I think Strive is actually one of the best things that can happen to the FGC at the moment. Here's why. I'm gonna say, of course, the forbidden word, but rollback plays a huge part. And I haven't played much of Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2, but I will agree with C4 that game is hard as fucking balls. People, especially now, don't want to play a game that's hard as fucking balls. They want to play a game that is, when it comes to fighting game players, they want a game that, when I talk about the general fighting game player. Of course, Guilty Gear diehards, they don't care. If it says Guilty Gear on the box, they'll play it. They don't care. That's how I know Guilty Gear fans. But your average fighting game player, maybe a person that's more familiar with the Versus series, like Marvel, stuff like that, they want a game that's not very hard to get into and one they kind of want to do well. I think, from what I've heard, I think Strive fits that archetype perfectly, along with the good netcode, along with it's one of the few fighting games that come out in the recent years. I think Strive is going to be huge. And I mean, what I've been saying is that there haven't been a lot of fighting game releases in the last, maybe 2 years. You can say Mortal Kombat 11, But other than that, maybe apart from like Them's Fighting Hurts, I don't remember a big profile fighting game being released relatively recently.
I mean, good netcode doesn't necessarily mean people are gonna play. How many people play Them's Fighting Herds nowadays? Come
Yeah,
on.
but Them's Fighting Hurts does not care the same name as fucking Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is a cornerstone.
Oh, what about Mortal Kombat? A lot of people dropped that game.
Guilty Gear is a cornerstone, and it's known for players dropping off like flies.
I'm kind of the toxic side of me is with Omni, but I want to be with Jay. I think this GG is the middle ground to being just the right bit of difficulty to bring the hardcore players in, and easy enough for new players to come to it. That's what I hope. But I agree with Omni that people are gonna play it, get up, and then that's what I think is gonna happen. I don't want it to be that way.
No, I don't want it either. But I'm also a massive pessimist. I'm with
Omni, but I want to be wrong. I want to be.
I want to be wrong as well. I'm only saying these things because that's what I think is genuinely going to happen.
Yeah, I think people are going to go against Ram, not understand you have to learn matchups, and then just go back to where they're playing before. I hope I'm wrong, but yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. Everything else is amazing about it, though. Like,
well, real quick. Quick shout out to Shadow with the 2 gift subs.
Absolute king.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much for joining the stream, Shadow. Welcome everybody, and thank you for the 2 gifted subs. That means the world. Much love to you, man. But maybe the things I just said is kind of what I want to happen. Not like it's kind of what I think will happen, but also really what I want to happen.
I agree.
But yeah, Guilty Gear is known for like having a huge player base at the start, and then a month later, like, where did everybody go?
Especially if you don't have a tour or anything. That's what killed the Rev. Like, not having a tour really hurt Rev.
Look at Battle for the Grid as well. That game was great big IP. Fucking Power Rangers did. It's huge. And then
it did have marketing though.
But it's got the IP. I don't know.
It's made by Clockwork. Clockwork helped design it. A fighting game player helped design it.
I did not know that.
Yep, Clockwork was behind
it. But Clockwork has made multiple games. Helped. He helped PlayStation All Stars.
Yep, I think that game was alright for a platform game. I liked it.
It was hard to explain to people like why they should play it, but once you get into it, I played it casually a bit. It was kind of fun. I didn't get into the competitive scene because back then I was a wee lad, but the game was fun.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of examples of like IPs. Well, I think I did do a tweet about this. The biggest factor for a game's life is the community. So most people play a game because other people are playing the game. It doesn't matter how good the game is. If 10 people are playing it, only 10 people are ever gonna play.
It's the herd mentality. We people like to do things that other people do as well. We don't want to be. We don't want to feel left out. Like it's FOMO. We don't want to feel left out, but we also don't want to be the weird guy that plays fucking My Little Pony games, aka Them's Fighting Hurts, which was a My Little Pony game. I knew about it.
It was a great game. It was really good system, great netcode, but no one cared. No one cared.
I had to buy it for one of my friends. I said, like, look, I know it's ponies. Like, so for me, I play a game for aesthetics or mechanics. When I play Dragon Ball, I played it because of Vegeta. That's it. I played Guilty Gear for Leo. When I played Fighting Herds, it's purely for the mechanics. I didn't care what the ponies looked like, what their names were, anything like that. I bought it for my mate and said, look, you just have to play this game because mechanically, it's super sound. It's so fun to play. When you get past the pony part, the game's really fun. But getting past the pony part is very hard for people to do, which I understand. The same with Skullgirls. People don't like the westernized anime style, or they don't like the fact that 9% of the cast are female. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with people.
I mean, it's called Skullgirls, right?
Yeah. What did you expect?
I know, it's so stupid. It's like dive kicking. They're like, there's no punches in dive kick. It's like,
oh, really? How could that be? I want to. Pan made a pretty good point in the chat. He's saying Strive is flashier, easier, and more easily appealing than any Guilty Gear that came before. It's the biggest fighting game release in the last couple of years. It has a ton of attention from like the entire DBFC community. He thinks it's a can't miss.
The biggest reason it's got the attention from Dragon Ball players is because of rollback. They don't know how to play Guilty Gear. They can't play neutral. I don't want to be that guy. Most Dragon Ball players cannot play, traditional neutral. Because obviously, neutral Dragon Ball is hard.
Go play Street Fighter or something if you want to play neutral.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can take Shanks, who's super sick at Dragon Ball, put him in Street Fighter and go, okay, how do you work with that super dash? And that's not, like, disrespecting him. It's what he knows and what he's good at. It's a transferable skill that doesn't work. That's why have you ever noticed there is no GG player that can play at a high level in any other game?
I don't know any GG players.
So unique.
Exactly.
That's about you.
No, I'm not even that good. But there's a reason no one knows about Ogawa, Omito, all these Fab, even though he's named after Street Fighter.
Washige?
Fab. No,
Fab's
Washige.
Fab's the Potemkin, isn't he?
Fab's the Potemkin player. His name is Final Atomic Buster. He's a Street Fighter player. He's known for Guilty Gear. He is a god at that game. No one knows of him except until Zeus decided to upload him for Strife content. But the skills from Guilty Gear aren't transferable. They're really bad when you take a Guilty Gear player into another game. And it works the other way around. When you have a good fundamental basis in a game and go, I'll just apply it to Guilty Gear, it doesn't normally work like that. Strife might be different. It might be different. But there's a reason that no one knows the Guilty Gear players because they can only play Guilty Gear. Lord Knight can play multiple games. He doesn't really count. Because he's the only other Guilty Gear player that plays Dragon Ball. But he plays Persona, Multi Blood.
Dude, Lord Knight was like the anime king for a while.
He's Smash. He's named after Smash.
All right.
So yeah, he's a multi-game player. That's what I'm saying. So Guilty Gear, I put Sonic Fox in Guilty Gear. No one knows about Lost Soul. Lost Soul's a beast. He played a little bit of Grand Blue as well, but there's
that game died like that. That game died immediately.
Yeah, I wanted to get into that game, but like when I got the money to play it, to get it, I was like, do people still play Grand Blue? And I was like, silence. There was only a tumbleweed in the Discord server. I think actually, like when I asked someone, is Grand Blue still being played? I think someone actually like posted a picture of a tumbleweed. That's all I remember.
Was that Moz? Did Moz do that?
I don't know. It wasn't. I don't remember where it was, but I do remember distinctly me asking about the activity of the Grand Blue scene, and a tumbleweed image was posted.
Sorry, real quick. Heapski corrected me. Machabo. He was a Guilty Gear player. I think he won Evo for Guilty Gear, and then he went into Street Fighter and did really well in Street Fighter with Nakali. I think he's a Nakali player. No. Yeah, there is one Guilty Gear player.
Yeah, Machabo's plays Street Fighter and Guilty Gear. Street Fighter actually, he got third at Combo Breaker 2019, CEO 2019. Yeah, he plays Nakali. But he ran into like Fujimara and Bonchan, Mago, Bonchan. He got like 7th in Capcom Cup 2019.
To get top 8 in Street Fighter is hard. Because that's packed. To be a Guilty player, yeah, that's something. If he got top 20, I would be impressed. From being a Guilty Gear player and never playing Street Fighter.
He has in Street Fighter 5, the last since 2019, like mid 2019, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 in 2019 and 3 in 2020, and of those 13, over like 6%, he got top 8.
A quick backstory. The reason he did that is because when he won Evo, he said, damn, I won Evo, I didn't get sponsored, I need to play a game where I can live. So he went to Street Fighter.
Players need bread.
He needs bread. He said, I'm playing all these super good players, going to arcades to practice with them in his country, won Evo, got Evo money, and that was it. No one even looked at him because of the IP in esports terms wasn't marketable. They couldn't market him being a Guilty Gear player, so he had to go to Street Fighter.
Speaking of IPs, I think that is another big factor in what decides a fighting game success.
Yeah, I agree.
Because what was I thinking? Guilty Gear never been that massive. Look at Dragon Ball is one of the most profitable media franchises on Earth.
One of the most recognizable as well.
Yes. Dragon Ball has made more money than Barbie.
Did it actually?
Yes.
I think there's a chart with like most profitable media franchises. Pokemon like is on the top.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just remember that, or are you like reading something? There's no way you remembered that.
I wouldn't be surprised if Omni actually knows that. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a good piece of info to have.
And just below Barbie is Fist of the North Star for the record. Just
How the fuck do you break the ice at parties, man?
I don't get invited.
No, I was asking Plug. Like, how do you know how to break the fucking? That's a good opening line. I mean, it's better than "Hey, do you know Pac-Man?" And the Pac-Man story. All right, let's go back. That was a derail. Anyway, yeah, I will agree with Omni. When it comes to like overall recognizability, Guilty Gear is not a very recognizable brand, but in the FGC, it's respected so much.
And here's the thing. Here's another point to add. Smash's netcode is fucking atrocious.
Runs on XP servers.
Yeah, and people still play that because Smash is a recognizable IP. It's the best-selling fighting game of all time.
I mean, I think Mario is like literally the most recognizable media icon in the world.
I don't know why I think this or know this. Isn't it on par with the Batman symbol or something?
I think Mario is more recognizable because.
What about Mickey Mouse?
Nah, no. Mickey Mouse might be
yeah, I think then Mario was the most recognizable video game character.
Yeah, I think it's video game. I think
the most profitable media franchise of all time is Pokemon, though.
Yeah. Second to that, I think what was the second one? What? Goddamn.
Look at the list.
Yeah, that's a big list, but yeah, I mean, of course, in the FGC, we all know Guilty Gear is like one of the oldest and longest ongoing fighting game franchises like on the planet. But if you talk to someone that's not in the FGC, they're like, Guilty Gear, what's that? So, I mean, I do agree with casuals are probably not going to get into Strife unless they got a buddy that's been nagging them to play them.
But you ask any random person on the street, do you know what Street Fighter is? Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what Mortal Kombat is? Yes.
Everyone's nan knows about Ryu. It's just
Ryu and Ken. That's what they know.
Or Sub-Zero, like MK have got like the same sort of IP. I think.
But I think when it comes to fighting games, probably Mortal Kombat has like strictly fighting game only. I'm discounting Smash because this Smash like every Nintendo franchise plus some third parties and everybody knows like the Nintendo stuff. But when it comes to like pure fighting game franchises, like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter are like the two classics, the two most recognizable. But the weird thing is, oh my god, ongoing, but Guilty C4. You probably know.
I think Blaz is more popular than Guilty Gear in the FGC.
Oh, really?
And I think
almost definitely.
All right. You said that as well, Plug. You'd say that, right?
Yeah, I didn't know when I was I got into fighting games like casually when I was 12 with Blaze Blue, and I didn't know about Guilty Gear until I turned 19.
Wow, that's
so. I wish.
Go on, sorry.
I wish I got into Rev 2 because Rev 2 looks like a game I'd actually like. So I wish I got into the game when the game released. So I mean, it just be like that. Like,
it sucks because Blaz is the not the spin-off because it is in its own right. It's his own game, but it's kind of like a predecessor to Guilty Gear.
It's made by a different team, right?
Coming out.
ArcSys has Team Red and Team Blue, right?
Yeah. So it's the same team, but they split off to do different projects. And that's obviously why it's Team Blue's doing Blaz Blue because they were part of a Guilty Gear team and they made that game. Mm-hmm. So, but I think that game, I don't know what it tapped into, so people literally forgot about Guilty Gear because no one played even.
Blaz. Yeah, I would say waifus, and I think Guilty Gear always has that that grungy kind of vibe
very 90s anime.
Yeah, 90s anime in your face rock. I mean, when you listen to the soundtracks, like roaring guitars all the way, which I love. But then you look at Blaze Blue, it's more traditional anime.
Yeah. Blaze Blue got its own anime as well.
Yeah, exactly. It is an anime, and of course, having an anime always works with marketability and stuff. And I don't remember Guilty Gear having an anime.
I mean, it wasn't that good, but it's still an anime.
Yeah, no, it's in the game. It's in the game. You have to buy Rev, and then so Rev had a story mode and arcade mode. The arcade mode you fight. The story mode was 2 hours of cutscenes. it was a story. It was just literally a cinematic story. But yeah, that's a good point because I remember seeing people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm playing the beta, but I'm putting it on mute because they don't like the music." There's some iconic tracks from Guilty Gear. Like I think some people are just allergic to guitars and they're like, guitars." But
I love the intro to Excerpt. That intro is sick.
Spell of the game? I think Spell of the game is sick. That's never going to get out for me.
That is genuinely what caught my interest for Strives. I heard the interest for us.
Honestly, when did Revelator come out? Was it like 2014?
Yeah, it feels about right. 2014, 2015?
That seems about right.
And Rev 2 came out 2017.
I think it came out relatively close to Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I was like, yo,
that's so specific.
But those two soundtracks sound alike. Like when you listen to Rules of Nature, and then you listen to Guilty Gear music, you're like, yeah, that Rules of Nature could have been in a Guilty Gear game.
Yeah,
I would say that.
I'll put it this way: I got into fighting games around 2014 with USF4, and I'd heard of Guilty Gear, but I'd never really, cared. Frankly,
I've always thought that it had like that image that it was a die-hard fighting game, and it was if you wanted to get into it, get ready to play for at least 5 hours a day if you want to be half as good as the people that have been playing it for ages.
Yeah, it had the same reputation as Melee.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't. That's literally what I went through because I never played anything before Xrd. I never played like Accent Core, Plus R. I got Rev. I remember when Rev was getting released and it was showing all the characters, like, oh yeah, this game looks super beautiful. It's the whole half D thing that they were doing right before Dragon Ball. It's basically Dragon Ball when we all saw that. That happened like 5 years previous, and that's what
because Arxis figured out somehow that you could use 3D models and somehow style them to make them look like 2D sprites. Yeah. And the reason why like everybody was losing their shit about that is because they were 3D models, you could do cool shit with camera angles, with like dust attacks and follow-ups.
It looked, when I saw that trailer, I was like, they can't do better. When Dragon Ball came out, I remember vividly watching it with the GG players going, looks good, isn't it? It's like, we've been playing this. The only difference is the IP, the characters. That's what the sickest bit was. It was Vegeta, not Soul. I don't have to explain who Soul is now. Like, everyone just knows who Vegeta was. And then I used to get absolutely smoked to that game. Literally, like you said, 5 hours, I would be playing against someone called Sean E who played Venom. And the only reason I got the game was because of Leo looking like a Saiyan. I wouldn't have got the game if it wasn't for Leo. I wouldn't have bought it because I looked at the cast and said, I'm not really into rock. These characters don't look interesting. I heard about the Blaze Blue story. If this is like Blaz, I don't want to know about the story.
I feel I have a lot of friends who are super interested in the Guilty Gear lore, and I'm like, mate, I do not care.
You don't.
I actually like the Blaze Blue lore as well. It's the only.
There's a cat. There's a cat, right? That plays a huge role in the story.
I know Pan's gonna crucify me for saying I don't care about the Guilty Gear lore.
I only know about like I think she's called Jubei, like the cat.
Jubei, yeah, he's in
Jubei, yeah. He's like the Master Roshi or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has like a huge role in the whole overarching story. Yeah. But since I know we kind of wanted to talk about like Gogeta in the show, but we've waved off the Strife, but that kind of ties into something I did want to touch on before, because we're almost already through our time already. But as we all know, the release date of Strife got axed, and it was delayed by 2 months. Rip. C4 has to endure three more months, 2 additional months of shitty netcode with iconic characters. But
hey, it's better than the stuff on Twitter. I'd rather
that is true. That's true. The less time. I mean, would you say less or more opportunities for violence?
There's definitely more opportunities for violence because in that period, people are going to get really cranky and worked up, and I'm just going to be way more violent to their.
They're going to get withdrawals, man, from the beta.
They're going to get the shakes and stuff, and I'm like, you don't want to play this game. You don't want to, because the good Guilty Gear players are going to make you hate life. You're going to waste £50 because you can't super dash.
But the thing is, I personally don't mind it. I was excited for Guilty Gear because, C4IQ fucking hyped me up the last show. And I was I'm fucking ready for this game. But then, a couple days later, okay, I'm going to play this game. I want to play it. I'm excited to play it, but I'm not like, I need this game now. And I think because people played the beta, they were like, I need this game now. I want it. A lot of people.
I would be like that if Draco was in the game, but she's not, so I'm actually not that interested in the game.
But then,
the only character I want to play is Nago. The only character I want to play is Nago, frankly.
but actually, what I want to, I don't think it's a big deal if it needs more time in the oven. So be it. I don't mind delays if it's in the end it's better for the game. I think good on them. I don't think it's ever a bad decision to delay. I only think it's a bad decision if you like are on your third or fourth delay and you get like Last Guardian, Duke Nukem Forever kind of things, or Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 kind of things, because then you know something's not going right at that studio. But one,
Death is a thing.
yeah, but 1 or 2 delays, I don't mind. If it's just to make the game as good as it can be, sure, go for it.
I think. Oh, go on, that's cool.
And I was gonna say, I mean, then you get like things like 4 or 5 delays, and then people are starting to lose the hype, and then you get a Cyberpunk situation where they rush out, and it's like.
I don't think Cyberpunk lost the hype. I think Cyberpunk was too big to ever lose the hype.
Yeah.
Dude, who still talks about Cyberpunk now?
Cyberpunk was a win because I finished the game and then refunded it on PS4.
Okay, hot talk. I have a capable PC. I got my hands on a 3070. I've been playing it. I haven't turned on ray tracing because it still tanks the frame rate, even with DLSS. I think the game is great. That's my take. But that's because I have acceptable hardware. But when you
the game is good. It's just buggy.
Yeah, it's that. Anyway, back to Strive. I don't think the delay is a big deal. Especially if people that really are invested. I think you should like. I kind of laugh at people that go nuts and we're like, I want a game now. Why can't I have this game now? Why have to wait more? I'm like, dude, why are you complaining? The game is only gonna get better.
I think a really good thing. I agree with you. I think what would make it a lot more acceptable to people is if they said, okay, we're delaying it for this reason. This is what we're changing.
Lack of communication and transparency.
Yeah. I don't think any devs have done that. They're just like, oh, we're not finished. We've got this, but they don't tell you what. If they said like, oh yeah, cool, we're delaying it because we're actually going to change the lobby system, I don't think anyone would complain. But it's because they're just saying we're delaying it. So
Yeah.
They mentioned, apparently Panzer is saying that they mentioned the reason for the delay is the lobby system.
They did say the lobby system, but they still might have the exact same like arena, and you have to walk up and then get your sword out and all that. I think that's what people don't like about it. Mm-hmm. If they're gonna add like a cabinet system, that's what I had in Rev. Like they had cabinets in a room or a park. You went to the cabinet. No, like Grand Blue. It's basically like Grand Blue. You go to a cabinet and then you play someone. That's it, and then you can hit rematch. They need to implement that. They might already have that, and it wasn't in the beta. I think it's doubtful.
It was kind of cute. I like that. I didn't play Grand Blue, but I saw that lobby system. I thought it was cute, and it without clear text, it told you what it meant. Because everybody knows what it means when there's a person standing on his own at a cabinet. You know, oh, there's a spot free. Blink, there's my quarter. I'm gonna play now.
Now,
100%.
just want to say one thing for Guilty Gear. Instant rematch system, please. That should be a standard. And B, don't Arxis, please do not do that awful thing that you do with DBFZ rank and make it so you can only play a best of 3 set. Have infinite rematches. Come on.
On ranked, I don't mind it. I don't personally mind having a best of 3 in ranked. In casuals, yeah, just let me rematch however many times I want. But if you're gonna, but the thing is, if people that play ranked are probably naturally more competitively minded than people that play casuals. When I play casual, I'm like, I'm just here to have a good time. When I play ranked, I want to sweat. Well, not maybe sweat, but I am going to put more effort into my play than when I play casual matches.
I actually really like when they added it back in Dragon Ball, because in PS4 you go on ranked, you play your 2 games, and then let the soul override the other person if you make them mad, and they're more likely to send you a message.
Yeah.
I'm the toxic one, by the way. Me, Rocket, are the toxic people. We've got
the thing is with me, I'm awake at stupid o'clock, So it's very rare for me to find games at like 4 a.m.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah,
I just
you
want
won't
to
run
play
that.
rank. Just want to play rank.
I think most of the stuff with Strife, it could be mechanical stuff because I know a lot of people don't like the damage of command grabs. To me, it's you shouldn't be in throw range. You can't play neutral. What do you want me to tell you? Like,
Don't get up close to a grappler, you
no,
fool.
yeah, exactly. You know, Pot when he used to do Pot Buster, he had a safe jump. Now you go almost full screen. Like, if you're upset that you lost half health, you should have played better. I don't know what to tell you guys, but they'll probably change the health because people don't like it. Or not the health, they change like the defense modifiers and guts and all that stupid jargon that they use in their games. I think there might be some mechanical changes because now that they've kind of gone mainstream, in Rev, they just did what they liked. They didn't listen to people. That's why a lot of Guilty Gear players stopped playing when Johnny, I'm one of them. There's like a contingency of people that when you're not going to nerf Johnny, 3 patches, no, maybe 2 actually, definitely 2, maybe 3 patches, he got buffed. They said they nerfed him by, one of the nerfs was that they took away his unblockable. But you stagger, so if you don't mash perfectly, you still get hit. In this game, that's what everyone got upset in this game because there's no blue beats. So staggering, you had to basically hit 7 buttons in like 1 millisecond. Basically, that's how you got a lot.
Was that like the graphic where the stick goes like back and forth and the button?
So there was a technique to get out like frame perfectly. So you react to you getting staggered, or you react to the move knowing you're gonna get staggered. Then you had to P-link 5 buttons to get out perfectly. If you don't get out perfectly, they got a grey beat, which did the same damage, but it's because you couldn't mash fast enough. So they got rid of that. I don't know why people are moaning, because that mechanic is terrible. That's so shit, especially for online, having to mash. I say
frame
mash,
perfect.
but it is P-linking. Yeah, frame. You had to work out how to defend
No
against.
one likes plinks. No one likes frame perfect shit.
Yeah,
no one likes one frame links.
It's horrible. Like, it's shit, but people moan about it. So they've implemented a way to get around it. And Johnny, they took that away from him, so it wasn't a true combo, it was a grey beat instead. Then they gave it back to him. And us Guilty Gear players were like, are you insane? This is like buffing UI in the last patch. This is exactly what Johnny was like. So I just stopped playing the game because I didn't want to hate the game because I like the game. I just dislike Johnny, so I just stopped playing. And loads of people did. Obviously, no Johnny player didn't stop playing. They all still play.
Dude, I tried playing Rev 2, and I looked at the character select screen. I heard a few things about Johnny, but I hovered on the character select screen. I saw Johnny, was like, yo, this guy looks fucking cool. I want to play him.
And looks cool, man.
Yeah, give me a guy that has sunglasses and a hat and a trench coat. Sign me the fuck up.
Yeah.
And maybe and yeah, though flipping the coin, holy shit, dude. That's so fucking. He has a record. You can get a record. You can get a vinyl record. Yo, there's one thing I love, and those are vinyl records, yo. If Johnny gets into Strife, I don't even know how to play Strife, but I can already tell you, if Johnny gets into Strife, I'm picking that guy up. For real.
I think he should be in it. He's kind of crucial to the story to a degree. And he's a fan favorite, man. He was like the last character to get reserved in Rev. So you might wait a while, but I think they're gonna have to put Johnny in it, man. Everyone.
I'll play Eno until then, and just shut off the game and when my girlfriend walks in.
Yeah, Slayer's a bit of a fan favorite. I think the Yuki character, the samurai vampire,
Nago.
Yeah, Nago. I think he might have taken his place. Hopefully not, because I like Slayer. I think Slayer's cool as well.
Mate, I'm mainly Nago. He looks so sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does look sick. He's super unique as well. I just think when it comes to people getting into the game, when it comes to the devs helping people get into the game, they should be a lot more transparent on what they're doing. So saying, look, we're going to delay it for 2 months because we heard you don't like the lobby system. We're going to try and fix it and make it more, intuitive and more less like a chore to get a game. If they said that, I'm pretty sure 99% of people would be like, oh, okay, cool. Instead of like, what are you doing? Give me my games.
Yeah, and I think that's not just with fighting games, but that's with a lot of companies. I don't know why, but they don't want to say what they're doing because I think they're afraid of the backlash. But I think if you turn it around and say what you're working on, because we didn't, let me get this back to Dragon Ball. We didn't know there was a patch coming. For all we knew, Gogeta was gonna come out, and that could have been it. We didn't know there was a patch coming. If the only reason I knew there were patches because Damascus and Tyrant on stream was like, yo, after Spain arc, there are mini patch notes. Like, whoa, huh? Okay. And then everybody was hyped. If we knew beforehand, because I think Dragon Ball FighterZ has his own Twitter account.
I think
or
so.
I don't know if they do the communication through BNE Esports, but I think because Dragon Ball is such a big thing, it got its own Twitch channel. It's not on BNE Esports on Twitch. It got on, I think it has its own Twitter account. That Twitter account has not tweeted about like patches or work they've done in the game, or even maybe server maintenance. And I think when like I think Capcom has improved on this. I think a lot. They're not where I want them to be, but they have been getting, especially with the tail end of Street Fighter V, they're a lot more open about what they're doing, and they're telling people like, hey, this is why it takes so long to create a character. This is why it takes so long to make a substantial patch, and I think that transparency is something that is missing like dearly from a lot of fighting game or like developers, period.
I agree. I 100% agree. I know it can go the other way, like if you play RRS stuff, where the community controls the devs, but there's obviously like a middle ground.
Wait, really? Is that wait? What? Wait, hold up.
Yeah, like MK is pretty much run by the community. Like
That's wild.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, so I might be a little bit biased, but I had a conversation with someone about Johnny, and they were saying this is MK 10. I think it was 10 to 11. But they were basically saying I was doing a combo. I was like, oh, this works in this situation and not this situation. And they were going, yeah, for some reason they've got a bug in there. I was like, I don't know if it's a bug. I need to understand why it works here and it doesn't work there. And they're like, no, it's a B&B, but it doesn't work. And I was like, that's not what a B&B is then. Like a B&B works all the time. They're like, no, it doesn't work on this character. I was like, so it's character specific? Like, no, it's a bug. So, and it got changed. The thing got changed. I'm pretty sure it was Johnny. And the combo didn't work on certain characters. And they were saying it's a bug. I was like, no, that's just character specific. No, like, it changed. They changed it so it worked on everyone. I was like, I don't know, man.
They were gassing it. They were gassing it.
They don't have balls, man. They don't have balls. If I made a game and I made a combo and it only works on certain characters, I would hold that. I'd be like, boy, it's character specific. Deal with it.
Find a way.
Yeah, find a way.
Wasn't there like a thing about? I think was there a Dragon Ball character as well? We got Baby. He's very character specific, but I've only seen people celebrating that. Now, I mean, there's of course there's gonna be the casuals that like I can do my most optimal combo on GT or whatever.
But they're not changing it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna change it. They're gonna go, oh, okay, cool. It's corner does universals. Mid screen is character specific.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. Like if you really want to learn Baby, you'll learn the mid screen stuff.
I want to get onto a bit of a side note. There is one person I have a lot of respect for, and it's Keats. I don't know if you guys know Keats.
I'm not one.
He was on a KI dev team with Iron Galaxy. He was or still is with Iron Galaxy. He did a lot of things on KI. There's a video of him somewhere. I don't know what it was, but he was talking about like people were complaining about Jago's health regen with his instinct, like this too powerful, and like, okay, is that the actual problem, or is there an underlying problem that caused people to tell that like, hey, Jago's broken because health regen? They looked at the drawing with like, hey, what can we change? What they changed in the end was, I think it was they changed the wind kick, like his full screen like getting kick. They changed that. People like, why do you change that? Blah blah. 2 weeks later, nobody complained about Jago again.
Yo, that's pretty sick.
And that's one of the reasons I really like Keats so much, because with that single situation he just told me, he tells me he receives the complaints. He hears that people are bitching about something that they don't like. Like, okay, there's a thing that a lot of the community doesn't like. Do we need to change something? Which was yes. All right, what do we need to change? They're not being. The dev team was like, okay, we're gonna the knee-jerk reaction and nerf the things that people want to see nerfed. No, they're gonna go to like the drawing board and say, okay, what is the actual underlying problem? They found a different solution that worked, and everybody stopped complaining. I think that approach to nerfing and buffing is something that we need to see more. Because I got scared when you said C4 when you said that Mortal Kombat is run by its community. I don't think that's very healthy for the game, and it scares me, and that's why I kind of prefer Japanese Eastern fighting games over Western, because I do have a feeling that Western devs are more likely to cave under peer pressure, and the Japanese are like, I don't give a fuck what you say.
Harada.
Don't ask me for shit. I make this game. I know what you want. Sit your ass down. You're gonna play this game, and most of the time, they're right. You don't.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like they get paid to develop a game, and they know what they're talking about. It's so weird. Unlike us casuals playing their game, going, I think you should do this because I can't win this matchup.
I can't deal with UI Goku. Ergo, he is broken.
I mean, that's an edge case. That's an edge case. He didn't need.
Let's talk about Z Broly. Why is Z Broly so strong? Because everyone.
You can't deal with him, mate.
Because people asked for fuzzies to go away. When fuzzies were in the game, Z Broly was still good. Z Broly still had 17 frame command grab when he got fuzzied. He still had all his armor. Everything was still there, but the fuzzy kept him in check. Then everyone said they didn't want fuzzies. Now Broly's not chained up anymore. He's got no weakness. It's because they saw a character. They saw a problem and tried to carpet bomb like a circuit board to try and fix it. Like, it's a very specific thing that they wanted to change. They don't want universal fuzzy. They didn't want everyone snapping in and getting universal fuzzy. Cool, change the snap and universal. Or all you have to do is change snap and make it so the people can crouch frame 1 from stand blocking, which they did. They did that. So you didn't need to nerf big characters getting fuzzy. But people don't know what they're talking about. Devs listened, and now they're laughing because Z Broly is like, he's probably the best character in the game now because they can't nerf him. You can't nerf a character like Broly because he's going to be trash. If you make his
that's something I've been shouting for so many times. There's like a couple characters in DBFC, bro. I think IMO there are 4 right now: UI, Kibu, Bardock, and Z Broly. Those 4 characters are very hard to balance.
What was the first one? Sorry.
I did say UI, but looking at that, I think UI is a little bit easier to he's like number 3.5. He's like in there, some there. But Kibu, Bardock, and Z Broly. The reason they are so hard to balance is because their kit inherently, fundamentally, is super powerful. What they can do is super powerful. If you nerf them a little bit too much, they become useless because they do have the tools, but the tools are useless. They're very hard to balance because their tools are just too powerful, and if you nerf those tools, they're useless. Yeah, exactly.
I love playing Super Saiyan Goku, one of my favorite characters to play, but they nerfed his 2M way too hard, and he's useless.
And Goku still has it.
Goku still has it.
And Baseku.
But here's the thing: I don't even think Super Saiyan Goku was that unhealthy for the game. I think he was fine.
Not. Yeah, he's the poster child.
He's the poster child. He's meant to be at least decent, which he was. He was very consistent.
He was everywhere in Season 2. Everyone played him.
But he was fine. He's not hard character to deal with.
I guess it's because in Season 2, it was either him and Goku Black that had the horizontal beam. And people would play Goku over Goku Black. It's just...
He was the best by default in many cases. He was the best by default in many cases.
If they buff Goku, like Super Saiyan Goku back, he's not gonna get the exact same play time like he did.
Trunks instead, or you're gonna play any of the other beam characters, like 100%.
All right, we are at time, by the way. It's 8/9:30, so we are gonna wrap up the show. It was a very fun show, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the most. This
is a great one.
Yeah, it was a great show. And it turns out I've been looking at the view count right when we talked about Strive. We had like maximum. We had the largest viewership, so I think we're going to talk more about more Strive in the coming weeks.
Just focus more on general fighting game stuff.
Yeah, no, I just joking. Thank you everyone for watching. But before we go, we get to plugging Nice.
Da-da-da-da-da.
All right. Omni, you're up first. Where can people find you?
Find me at HeckyReckyFGC on Twitter and at OmniWayLord on Twitch. Stream starts soon. TM. I always say this. But stream TM.
And of course, C4. I think most people know where to find you, but just in case people are new here, where can we find you?
Yeah, find me at JayFree.
Every week.
I'll be here talking about Dragon Ball / Strife.
That's an OB assassin move. That is.
No, dude, Nick has been doing that every single time he's on the show. Nick's like, yeah, Nick, what's your Twitter? Yeah, at XJFree. God damn.
Yeah, no, just follow J Man and you'll
get
your healthy amount of me. Don't follow me directly because you'll overdose on my toxicity.
Yeah, dude, you talk more on my channel than you do on your own.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, follow Jay. Do it now.
Thanks. And of course, Plug. Where can we find you and what are you up to?
Well, okay, my Twitter is at PowerPlugG20. I'll probably post random tech videos there as per usual, and my Twitch is PowerPlug0. And I don't stream often. But when I do, I usually just talk about why Nappa's ST for 3 hours. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But yeah.
I'll listen to anyone else. Just listen to me.
Yeah, thank everyone for watching. I see Jake in the chat saying, I missed it. I want to touch on that. For those who don't know, you can rewatch the podcast on YouTube. Just look on YouTube, XJFree, or just JayFree as well, or look for the Trash TalkerZ podcast with a Z on the end, not an S, because there's already a Trash TalkerZ podcast, but no Trash TalkerZ with a Z. So look that up on YouTube. VOD will probably be up this week, TM. If I find the time. So all of the other Trash Talkers are on there as well. So if you have missed one of the shows, they're all great. Go watch them. Just look for Trash TalkerZ podcast on YouTube or JayFree. The podcast should be up there as well. I've also had a couple people asking for podcasts on Spotify or Apple Podcast. I don't have the funds for that because that costs money. I found out. Yeah, actually, because I went through RSS, or maybe someone hit me up telling me where there's free podcast hosting. Because if there is a place where there's free podcast hosting, please tell me, because I will upload them. Because I know people just want to listen to them and don't want to watch the video. So, yeah. Next show is going to be in 2 weeks, so that is going to be on the 21st of March. I can already tell you, on that show, we're probably going to talk about a lot more about Gogeta, because people have had their hands on him, and maybe there's been more violence we can talk about. That's because that's always fun. Also, I'm gonna see if I can get Dunk on the show back, because he's been gone for a long time, but he's a busy man. He's doing work. But yeah, thank you, Mini Pino, so much. Yeah, we're trying to keep up the good work. It's always fun. I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank Omni, C4, and Plug for coming on the show as always. And yeah, quick shoutouts before we end. Singo, thank you so much for the follow. Le Tardigrade for the follow as well. And of course, we can't forget the wonderful Shadow with the 2 gift subs today. Was it 2?
Absolute
or 3? Or 4? Yeah, 2. With the 2 gift subs. Thank you so much for your support. And yeah, that's it for me. I don't know if I'll stream for myself, but of course, every 2 weeks, the Trash TalkerZ podcast is right here on this channel, 7 p.m. UK time or 8 p.m. CET on March 21st. Thank you everyone for watching. See you next time.
See you guys.